So good evening, all of you. Welcome to the FY24 post-earnings conference call of Addictive Learning Technologies Limited, popularly known as LawSikho. Today on the call from the management side, we have with us Ramanuj Mukherjee, who is the co-founder and CEO. Abhyuday Agarwal would be joining us shortly. He is the co-founder and chief operating officer. Siddhant Singh Baid, who is the co-founder and CFO, is already on the call. And we also have Pratul Kumar Singh, who is our associate director on the company side. As a disclaimer, I would like to inform all of you that this call may contain certain forward-looking statements which may involve risks and uncertainties. Also to inform you all that this call is being recorded. Would now request Ramanuj to update on the financial and business highlights which went by for the year and also the growth plans going forward. After the management commentary, we would open for the Q&A session. And the format would be, I would request all the participants to only post your questions through the Q&A window and not through the chat section to avoid any confusion or any duplicacy. So over to you, Ramanuj.
Thank you, Amit ji. Thank you, all the esteemed investors who have joined us. I see there are 35 people here right now. Thank you very much for your interest in our very small, nascent, early stage company. Yes, so I mean, quite a few of you I have interacted in person as well. So thank you very much. So I have written down some notes. I will not use new slides as such. I mean, I find this easier to share my flow of thoughts this way. But whatever I'm saying, I have written some notes. I will share it after this. I was advised to not post it before, but after this, I will post it on Twitter also. So just in case somebody wants to refer to them later, you can do so. So basically, good news is that we have doubled our revenue this past financial year. And this is something that we have been doing every year. Like this is a target we are clear from the beginning of every year that we have to double our revenue, right? So we don't take a larger target also. Double is good enough. And so you may ask, why not? Why double? Why not triple? Why not four, quadruple? The thing is that in our business, if we double, it is already quite challenging for us to scale our systems and actually deliver. For every student who comes in, we have to also deliver high quality experience. And so we plan to stay restricted to double. Our plans are everything is done in such a way that we double, not more than that. So we have met our expectation more or less. And you will see that we have maintained our trajectory over the years of doubling every year. So while I will explain to you why I think what are the things we got right. So there will be two sections here. I will talk about what we thought that we got right. And I will also share what I think have been the misses, like what we tried to do but did not manage to do. So obviously those are opportunities this year to do them well. So I will tell you both those areas. And in terms of profits, we have more than doubled. Honestly speaking, for most of the year, we were not very focused on our profits. We have been focused on several other key objectives, but still profit has grown, which is great. And so I'm very grateful. Actually, we were very busy for almost 3-4 months during the year, doing our IPO, lots of meetings, lots of traveling, lots of paperwork. Literally, Abhyuday and I was every day signing mountains of paperwork, and we were like, "काम कब करेंगे? यही तो चल रहा है." Right? We took Siddhant out of sales to manage the IPO from our side and so on. So obviously, that we have met our target despite that is something kudos to the team for that, right? So despite so much distraction, we beat our target. So outlook is fantastic. We have done really well in many ways. So let me talk about what are the things we did really well. First thing, we have scaled up skill arbitrage to a point where it is equally important as LawSikho, more like it is. In fact, we are seeing that cost of sales, cost of acquiring customer, everything is much lower in skill arbitrage. Please do not be surprised if going forward you see faster growth in skill arbitrage. There is also one more thing that has happened. skill arbitrage has a much bigger total addressable market than LawSikho. That also is kind of working like a tailwind for us, that we can go much faster. And the other thing we have done last year, which I am again very happy about, feeling positive about that, is that we have launched a lot of new categories and made most of them very successful. So we have launched, which is one thing to launch and have a sale one time, but to being able to sell those courses again and again, multiple batches, with those batches being successfully placed and getting opportunities, getting the right kind of reviews, right kind of NPS, all of that is being cracked. And and creating the right material, creating the teams in place who can take care of those specific areas. So we have done really well in a variety of areas. And the result is that our total addressable market is very big. So next few years, we don't have to worry that, oh, do we have enough market to grow, right? Do we have any? So this is one thing. The other thing, which is really amazing thing that has happened last year, is that not only new categories we have launched, we have also been able to sell courses in North American market, USA, Canada, UK. Now that is another fantastic thing. Like, it is a very nascent phenomenon for us. It's not like a lot of our revenue, but it could be a very big part of our revenue. So being able to sell courses in UK, US is a very good signal. And in future, we see this being a very large part of our revenue as we keep scaling different courses in those markets. Now, it was very difficult to create so many high quality courses, teams of mentors, placement system, but we have cracked it, and that would serve us very well in this coming financial year and even years to come. One thing we did marketing wise very well is that we have been able to fine tune our marketing. Our organic lead generation across different courses have grown. We have been even able to reduce our ad spend. Although our revenue, for example, this month has grown significantly, but our cost of customer acquisition and our ad cost have gone down despite growing revenue. So it is a very good sign for us. Also, I was personally worried. Many people told me also, many of you investors also told me that after IPO, there's a period in a company where you will see that people start spending like crazy. And because we are a bootstrapped company, suddenly there's so much money. So are we going to be imprudent about it? I think that we have managed really, really well. It hasn't happened. I actually saw a few signs of it for like maybe 15 days or a month, and then immediately we cut it down. And rather than growing costs in the next few months, we had lower costs. So we have done well in that front, I believe. Then another good thing, we have more than doubled our engineering team. Our tech team we have always struggled to scale our our engineering team. So, but it's a very critical team because many of our forward plans involve technology, and even currently. So we have more than doubled our technology team in the last 1 year. So this would also help us really, because they are working on increasing our revenue. Basically, they are creating new features and products which either increase our revenue or reduce costs or create a moat. So this is what they will continue to work on. I can talk more about engineering projects later in our discussion. Another thing I'm very glad about, I think, for EdTech globally and especially in India. So last financial year was the worst year for every edtech. There are very few edtechs which have it's called the edtech winter. It was really bad trend. Nobody got, VCP funding. IPO also, I don't think apart from us anybody did, or any other upcoming edtech IPO is also there. I don't believe that. Now, and there has been a lot of backlash, right? So even our sales scholars would say that, or even we will hear that okay, this is happening to Byju's, this is happening to even Bada business, right? And how will this impact us? Will this impact us? We were worried, but fingers crossed, and thank God we have not been affected at all. We have rather done well. Plus, because we have raised funding while others have not been able to raise funding, this is actually helping us a lot because we are in a strong position. So this is something that I think we should be happy about. And it also quite a few of you have told me personally also that it shows that we have significant competitive advantage in the market, that we are like, that quality of execution, hopefully also you'll be able to appreciate from that. I have our test prep team had a breakthrough success here like this. We have not seen this kind of success before. So many states, I think there are 7 states where we have produced judges, we have produced civil law officers, we have produced a lot of people who have cracked UGC, NET law, many bank law officers. So suddenly we had put in a lot of effort over the years because test prep is such a business that success sells. If you don't have previous history of success, people do not want to buy your courses. Also, in the same vein, not only Indian test prep courses, we also had huge success with NCA Canada solicitor qualification exam in London. In that vein, we will soon also have success in California bar exam. We are eagerly waiting. Our first batch of students have written the exam, and in May or June, the results are awaited. Once the results come out, hopefully I can give you more good news. But for SQE, people sitting in India, there's no training program from India which trains for Canadian bar exams, Canadian NCA exam, as well as this California bar exam or solicitor qualification exam. So for us, it has been traditionally difficult to tell people that come join us. Although we have no success before, we have produced no judges before, but you come to us. But now that we are getting this kind of success, we would have, I believe that it will significantly impact. We are still figuring out our marketing strategies, how to market this success very effectively. But we believe that this would be a game changer for us going forward in this financial year. So this is one thing. Then we have managed to start selling our courses in US, UK, and Canada. And for the first time, we have a nascent sales team sitting in India, sitting in Noida, and working night shift, but calling in those countries. And we are getting great results from that. Obviously, it is a very small project right now, but still we have done last month. I mean, this is not a part of the audited financials. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say, but let's assume that we are doing something like 1 crore last month from our international sales team, which is focusing on these markets. Then we have managed to scale and operate efficiently while working remotely. So this is a huge competitive advantage for us that we are able to operate remotely. And this really helps us when it comes to hiring top talent at a lower cost. And also the fact that our team can actually function remotely and double like this is a testament to the quality of the robust systems we have built. Because if you're sitting next to each other, you can even throw paper planes at each other and get work done. But when you are not there, you really need very high quality IT systems so that you can track the productivity effectively, you can track the results, you can predict what is going to happen, you avoid disasters. All of that we are able to do very well working remotely. We have also started to successfully deploy a lot of AI technology and AI tools across our business. This has already helped us, but to keep our costs manageable and low, to keep our delivery cost low. And there is a lot more we can do, and we are currently working on that. We have recreated our entire suite of courses, almost everything except test prep courses, to be AI friendly. So we are teaching people how to draft contracts using AI, we are not even teaching them anymore how to draft things on a Word document or how to work on a Word document or Excel sheet. We are across board, we are teaching them how to use AI in everything they do. And that is also going to be a huge differentiator because to my knowledge, I don't know too many other people who are actually bringing AI education into everything they teach, but we are doing that very effectively. And we already did it, like we already built our course curriculum around AI tools. That is really helping us. we have launched a new platform called LawSikho Opportunities. It was there at the time of the IPO, but it was very small. It was hardly there. Now we have already scaled it up a lot. We are getting almost 3,000 visitors and more than 300 applicants on an average per day. And we are very fast becoming the top job platform in the legal space. And we believe that we can scale it up another 10 times from here. And also we'll be able to launch similar job boards in skill arbitrage as well as data is good. Why are we doing this? Because this is helping us to get uh, qualified leads. If somebody is applying for jobs repeatedly and not getting a job, that means there's a skill gap. So we can analyze the data, understand that, and run them through a marketing funnel, which results in higher revenue. These are also organic leads. We don't have to run ads. We are in the process of building an app, which app they can download, and it will be sharing notifications of job opportunities, etc. So we can bypass the entire email, WhatsApp, any other communication channel, and directly serve our ads on their notifications directly. So if there are 20 jobs, or if you're a job searching, and you can get your jobs on your phone app specifically to your relevance, and I can also serve ads in between, and also I have very useful data related to every job applicant. So this gives us a great opportunity. I'm very bullish about this particular platform that we have created. Uh, Also, I think we have improved a lot on our course quality, service delivery, and the cost that is actually involved in delivering the courses a lot in the last 1 year. This financial year has been really wonderful from that perspective. In the last quarter, we rapidly scaled up our content creation because once we did the IPO, we had a little more budget. So in the last quarter, especially, we rapidly scaled up our content creation. We created a lot of new courses, which have put us in a wonderful position that we can rapidly increase our revenue also in this financial year. We have more courses to sell. So, and also the existing courses we have upgraded in a big way. So this is a very good thing. Now, this was the part where we have done well. Now the part which we wanted to do, but we did not manage to do so well. So what are those things? I will come to that. Okay. So should I pause and take some question or something at this point in Amit ji, or I mean, if it is very boring, we can take some question and then move to the next part, or would you like me to just run through the next part as well?
Yeah, I suggest you continue, Ramanuj. Just finish the entire thing from your side, and then we'll open the Q&A.
Okay, we can also have some, questions. I mean, as I am speaking, if you share your questions in chat or something, or if you see any relevant question, you can point out to me contextually. I can give better answers, maybe, right?
So
Okay.
questions are aroundly mostly financials. So I would suggest कि आप complete कर लो, flow आपका चल रहा है बराबर.
Questions तो
Your
फिर
flow, हाँ,
ठीक है.
हाँ.
Let's move forward.
Several questions are, yeah, sure.
Okay, so what we have failed to do well, but that represents an opportunity this year that we can do these things well. We could not meaningfully scale our sales team. I wanted to scale our sales team even more, but it proved to be more difficult than I thought it would be. We have had many learnings which are currently being deployed. Some things are giving results already in this financial year. We will aim. So currently we have about, if we leave aside data is good, which is a very different sales process. Our skill arbitrage and LawSikho has a homogeneous sales process. So we have, and that is where most of our revenue is, right? So currently we have 80 productive salespeople, including the team leaders and their coaches. And we are looking to scale it to 300 over the next 1 year. So this is the plan that we have for the next 1 year. I wish I could have done this faster, but we have faced a lot of challenges in doing that. It is not as simple as just hire 300 people and ask them to make calls, because we have to train them about every product. Our product is not a very vanilla product. It has complexities. You have to understand. So for example, if you're trying to sell a course on corporate law, or you're trying to sell a course on California bar exam, or you're trying to sell a course on US accounting or corporate finance, it's not like just you can tell people, it's a nice course, buy, and they will buy. You have to actually explain to them why they should learn US accounting, how will it help their career. The personal actually who's selling needs to have the right kind of knowledge before they can go and effectively counsel. So that has proven to be a hurdle for us, but we believe we'll be able to pull it off this year. This year, a lot is riding on this. Then we have this is basically sales led growth. Then there is another method of growth which is marketing led growth. So we are in marketing led growth, we are focusing on auto funnels. So if you might know about this, in the US, nothing below $10,000 is sold by callers, sales callers, or physical meetings out of question. So how do they sell? So they have something called auto funnels, and it could be something from $10 to $100 to $1,000, $2,000 products are sold using different kind of auto funnels. So we are also building auto funnels currently because and auto funnels, I mean, in this financial year, last year we tried, I mean, we were not able to build auto funnels. We should have built earlier. This financial year, our auto funnels have started producing results. Really, I mean, it's still very early to say too much about it. But yes, our strategy will majorly involve, like this year we have to double. So that involves the auto funnels, we believe. Also, one more thing that is happening because of auto funnels is that we can sell abroad with much more ease in any country, because right now there's a lot of, if you have to call people, timing matters, the shift matters, the phone number matters, the accent matters, the language matters. But when you are selling using auto funnels, all of that is, absolutely not mattering. I mean, I don't want to explain great detail, but it's working very well for us currently in this financial year. Then there is another major thing. We have been developing a referral portal where our existing students can refer others, and we can even have affiliate programs. Now, this is something that we should be having already. But our technology team has been developing this, and it is very close to get deployed. Hopefully in the next 1 or 2 months, we'll have it. And it will also create a new revenue stream for us. So that's another major strategy we have going forward. But we wish we could do it last year, would have been really awesome. We have also hired a team for product-led sales growth. So there are three kind of growth programs for companies like us. One is sales-led marketing, one is sales-led growth, marketing-led growth, and then product-led growth. We never worked on any product-led growth till now, but product-led growth, especially is becoming more and more possible for us. We have been building different systems for product-led growth, and like a micro learning format, a mock test platform, even our opportunities section, which is basically a job board. These things are actually product-led growth opportunities for us. And we have hired a team for the first time in the last 2 months. We couldn't do this also because product-led growth talent is very expensive, but we were able to start working on this very recently because we had the budget also to work on this. Our operations have actually further opportunity to be optimized, especially by using more AI tools. We have made great progress on that front in the last 3 months, but a lot more can be done, and we look forward to that. Our micro learning app for law has been delayed, although the first level of development is already complete, but we didn't like the courses that we had created initially on it, so we are redoing it. So it's taking a bit of time. When it is launched, and we expect, I mean, once it has some adoption, we expect more organic leads, reduced CAC, better engagement with our community. And we have not succeeded with community-led marketing last year. Community can be a very powerful. A lot of very successful EdTech companies today are using community-driven marketing. Again, we have hired a very effective team in this space, and we are working very hard on this as we speak. And that also has a huge opportunity to improve our CAC and even improve. It is already improving our lead to conversion rate. So to sum up, what would be our obsessive focus in the current financial year? One, we will scale our sales academy so that we can produce. We are running a sales academy last 6 months. There have been problems. We have fixed them. We are going to put a lot of at least 500 people through our sales academy, which we believe will help us to scale to 300 salespeople and massive jump in our revenue. Auto funnels are working beautifully. We have cracked our first 2 auto funnels, which are already producing results. Now we are scaling them up slowly, but we'll be launching a lot of auto funnels. We are launching. There's one course we are currently selling in US, UK, and Canada market, but we look forward to selling more. And that is also very exciting for us, especially because the average revenue per user can significantly grow there. We are also already building and nurturing a lot of communities for community-driven sales. We are also focusing a lot on building auto funnels, but not for course sales, but to onboard clients in the US for increased workflow for our learners. So how do we get more work for our learners from US? Of course, we also get a share of that, but how do we get more work? Because that is very critical part of our business. We are going to use auto funnels even there, and initial results are very good so far. So, and important long-term projects, we are working on it, but these projects are more long-term. Do not expect them to produce immediate results. Maybe in the next, not this financial year, which is going on, but the next financial year, we'll start seeing results. So, but we are still investing in them because we have to place long-term bets. So we are, number one, we are identifying high quality acquisition targets, and we have identified some very good acquisition targets. We are having discussions with them. We already like them, but the problem is usually around pricing. So we are trying to see how to make it work. We will only make a deal provided we like the price. So even if it is a great company, the price is very high, we are not going to close those deals. So there are quite a few discussions are going on. We are building an app for the US market. So far, we are like at a very, very early stage, which is like we have got the wireframes done, and we are identifying the team that will start working on this. But we are trying to create AI tool for lawyers in the US, which would be like, it's like kind of replace LexisNexis and Westlaw type of platforms for them. And they will also, like, the whole idea is to also use that. Why are we building that? Because that is our hook, that is our entry into the US legal market. It's a very expensive market. Ads are very expensive. We need some organic channel that people will use, which will spread virally, so that we can have a cost-effective entry and interface with our target market. So that's why we're building such tools. We have been building an AI-based legal assistant. Again, we are not ready to go public with it. We are not ready to launch it. We are expecting another 3 months before we can launch it. But the capability it is going to have is that it will be able to draft certain contracts using AI, and it will be able to draft very fast, rapidly, initial versions of it. Why is this relevant to us? This is basically integrated into marketplace where you can get it reviewed by an actual lawyer. That's what we are creating. You get a draft using AI, and then in the next 24 hours, get it reviewed by a human lawyer who can, if it is important enough, you will get it reviewed by a human lawyer. That's the idea. So we are working on this. Also, we are looking to turn IP Reader's blog into a services marketplace going forward. So overall, our outlook, we would be aiming at doubling at our revenue in the current financial year while improving our PAT margins. So that's the idea, and we believe that our cost of acquisition of customers as well as delivery costs will have significant improvements in the coming year. Okay, so that's the end of my long monologue. I hope I didn't bore anybody to death, and I'll share all of that I said. I'll share it on Twitter so that if anybody is interested, can study this later. Okay. So Amit ji, please.
Yeah. Yeah, Ramanuj. Thank you so much for sharing the highlights, the future outlook, and the challenges so very well articulated, Ramanuj, and the entire team. I would now open, I will be sharing the questions posed by the participants, and there are a couple of 1, 2 more questions on the chat boxes as well. So one by one, I'll be starting the questions. So there is a question from Mr. Swapnil Kabra. Our H2 revenue is almost at par with H1 revenue. Is there any seasonality element here, or there is some other reason for the slow growth sequentially?
So, see, first of all, the second half is the half where we started doing our IPO. Now, instead of driving our sales team, we are traveling to Singapore, Dubai, London, and Bombay, and Ahmedabad, and Rajkot, and where not, right? And there were so many investor. I mean, now we are doing one, but we are doing like hundreds of those, and so obviously we are a small team, small company. Excuse me. So what I was saying was that there was obviously an impact of that, and also priorities were also different, right? So basically, we were launching so many categories in skill arbitrage, and that has been our focus. That I mean, anyway, if our goal for the year was being met, we had to do our double revenue was focused on that. We did an acquisition. That also, if you acquire a company, no matter how good an acquisition it goes, a lot of time goes into make it work. You have to work with them. You have to, go and understand. So all of that has been there. We were on our target, which is good enough for us.
So second question is from Mr. Divyam Gupta. He's asking, how long can you sustain the 100% growth rates and can we expect a steady rate EBITDA margins of 20% going ahead?
So I believe that our profit before tax, EBITDA should be 25% in the long run, very easily, if not more. Well, 25% is our target. Let's see, I mean, when you are growing very fast, sometimes our first priority is growth, profitable growth, but growth. So we are not trying to, so I can either optimize for growth or I can optimize for profit. So if I optimize too much for profit, then it can impact my growth numbers, right? So I have to balance. But yes, long-term PAT target would be 25, not PAT, PBT would be 25%. Okay, EBITDA, PBT, whatever you say. So we're a debt-free company anyway. So that's one thing. Second thing is that we have there was one more question about okay, how long can we double our business, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the thing. We have successfully opened up a very large market last year. This was our question also, that can we keep doubling every year within just law, within just India? And we had our doubts, which is why we launched skill arbitrage and grew it. And now we have proven skill arbitrage business. Now, skill arbitrage is not a small market. It's a huge TAM, right? So, finance is bigger than law. Marketing is even bigger than finance. HR is itself huge, as big as law. So we have so many other courses now. We have social media. I mean, I used to think that social media marketing is a very crowded space. We will not succeed there. But now we are succeeding there also. So then AI tool for senior professionals, huge market, competitive, but huge market. Then remote work for women, empty market. How can you enable women in India to do remote work abroad, right? As virtual assistant, as content creator. Content creator, we succeeded. Actually, there are some things we didn't succeed also. Video editing, graphic design, we did not succeed. We tried repeatedly but failed in that market. But that doesn't mean we'll forever fail. We will try again. We have faith in that market. We'll crack. Maybe different pricing, different strategy, different marketing, different content is needed. We'll crack it. But my point is that now our TAM is very big. Now, how long can we double? I think for very, very long. I mean, there's no problem in doubling for the next 2-3 years. Like at least the total addressable market is not a problem. Then we can also double because we are able to sell our product in other countries. So we are not, you can be convinced that we are not limited by one geography. We can sell in other countries, right? If we have done 1 crore of revenue in UK, US, then we can do it clearly, right? So that also gives you that confidence that TAM will not be an issue, geography will not be an issue, category will not be an issue. So I think for foreseeable future, at least till we hit 100 crore revenue per month kind of, I mean, I would start worrying there that can I probably, how do I double now? That would be difficult. Also, at current, I think next couple, I mean, 65 to 130 wouldn't be a challenge. Sure, 130 to 260 will be harder than 65 to 130, but the market is there. And we have got the markets right. So now it is about scaling sales and marketing. Hopefully we'll solve that problem.
Okay. One question is from Mr. Sahil Sharma. What are your plans for medium term, next 3-4 years in terms of revenue and profit growth?
You want to know about next 3-4 months and then next few years?
4 years.
3 to 4 years.
And
Not
the medium term.
months.
Yeah.
So I will talk about 3 to 4 years. First of all, we are not, see, our ambition is that we believe that we are sitting on 100 crore per month opportunity for ourselves, not the entire market. I'm talking about just our revenue per month is 100 crore. That's our ambition. 100 crore per month. So I don't know if I mean, I haven't done a realistic calculation if I can get there in 3 years or 5 years. I mean, it's possible, especially if we keep doubling, it is possible. But I mean, my plans are for the next year, like this financial year and next financial year. So any intelligible real plans I have are for this year and next year only. This current financial year and the next financial year. After that, I haven't made any plans. So it's very hard for me to predict. I mean, if we can reach that 100 crore per month in next 3 to 5 years or not. My medium term goal in, like, let's say, I don't know how you define medium term, but let's say over the next 2 financial years, my goal is to hit 20 crore revenue per month. This I believe is possible, and this is what I'm aiming at.
So next question,
That level is 25% is what I believe. If there are any follow-up question on this question, you can write in chat. I will respond.
Sure. So one question again from Mr. Sahil Sharma. What are we doing to minimize the CAC, customer acquisition cost, which is one of our largest costs in the line item of P&L?
Sure. So see, basically, there is a reason. So you have to understand how the global tech business functions if you want to understand CAC. So you have companies like Google, Facebook, primarily Google and Facebook. Then you also have Apple, Amazon, and others, right? So Twitter, for example. Now, they are like gatekeeper of your audience. So even if there are people who want to buy from me, who want to know about me, for example, you may want to buy a course. Let's say you want to buy a course from us, or you want to receive my email every day, or some kind of communication from me every day. There are gatekeepers. They to share my message with you, or to even if I want to email you, they will charge me, right? So they control all communication channel between us and our customers, right? So most of the CAC is what we pay to them to reach our customers. Even if I have email ID and phone number of my customers in my system who have already said, I want to know more about your product, Google does not want me to reach very easily through Gmail to them. They want us to run ads. Facebook does not want us to be able to very cheaply reach out to them on WhatsApp. They want us to run ads on Facebook and Instagram. Now, this is the problem. Now, if I want to reduce CAC, my long-term plan would be to reduce the interference by these big tech companies somehow. How can I do that? I need to build things that my users will use every day or every week or every month. They will use it anyway, whether I send them an email or a message or a WhatsApp or not. Now, how is that possible? So it is possible. For example, this is why we are building a job platform, because people who want job, they will come to my platform. They will subscribe to my platform. There are people who read my blog every week, every day, every month. So they are coming to my blog every month and they are seeing my ads. For this, I don't have to pay anyone. So the best way to reduce CAC is to create products which will be used by my audience. So if I want to sell to mid-size, let's say I want to sell my courses or product or anything to mid-level lawyers, can I give them a software they will use every day? What software do they use every day? Can I give it to them? Then if they use it every day, I can show them ads every day. I can send them notifications. I can reach out to them without Google and Facebook's interference. Now, this is something that will reduce CAC. Other than that, usual methods of reducing CAC is like the more deeply you understand an audience, you can come up with better marketing messaging. You can create auto funnels. For example, slowly you warm up somebody over a period of time so that they trust you. Community marketing. If people are on a Telegram group, WhatsApp group, and they are regularly engaging with some content, or they're following you on YouTube and they love your content, they wait for your content every day, right? Then those kind of things, if you are able to successfully build, then you can reduce CAC. I can give you a very good example that we plan to emulate. There's a company called Testbook. Now, what Testbook does is that it has mock tests of different government jobs, and they are selling this for very low price. The price is almost nothing. They make money from that also, few crores from that also, but it is actually a marketing funnel for a different thing. But if there are free mock tests, people are talking to by word of mouth, it's spreading that you can go and give free mock tests on Testbook. So their customer acquisition is almost free. And everybody who wants to give a government job will come and keep practicing tests over there. Now, this is an example of reducing CAC. Now, let's say if I own Testbook, I don't and no plans to, but let's say I had a product like Testbook, which every government job seeker is practicing their things on that. So then I don't have to pay for this lead. I can get it for free. So this is disintermediation of big tech is the solution for CAC, and of course, improving marketing material, etc. I hope that answered question we can.
Perfect, Ramanuj. Next question I'll take is, can you give the breakup of the segments we operate in percentage terms?
So this is a futile exercise as of now, because the numbers change very fast month to month. And we have a lot of, you should look at it annually, then it would be better. Month on month, so you should not look, we should look at it annually. But I don't have that breakdown right now, sorry.
Perfect. Then one interesting question is from Divyam Gupta. What can disrupt our business according to you? Is it competition? Is it AI or a general slowdown in the economy?
So slowdown in the economy is not at all a problem for us. When there's a slowdown economy, we benefit, because when people don't get jobs, they want to try new things, they want to learn new skills. This has been historically the case around the world. So we have not suffered from that. But AI is not a risk. AI is a risk in this way that if we fail to teach AI, we have to keep up with the AI. We have to keep teaching those advanced AI tools to our students. So one risk is that because of AI, our cost of course building can go up, because you are not able to stabilize your course. So for example, I used to teach people how to draft contracts using templates. Now I have to teach them how to draft using AI. So I had to change my course curriculum. I needed new teachers. So my cost went up. Okay. Temporarily one-time cost. Now, is it one-time cost really, or is it I have to do it again if there is a completely new generation of GPT and everything is I mean, that is an issue. The nature of work is also changing. So that is an issue. So there is some risk around those things, but we don't believe that short of what short of AGI, like basically if you know artificial general intelligence, where AI is able to actually think like a human being. Right now the produced quality of AI's work is very pathetic. It is not. You need a human being plus AI to do a good job, right? So a skillful human being plus powerful AI, really good results. But if you only leave the AI, it does not work. Now when there'll be artificial general intelligence, then I don't know what will happen, right? But I don't think in the next 10 years any such thing is happening. So that is number one. Number two, what you said is about what can disrupt our business. Competitors. Can competitors disrupt our business? Yes, they can. So, for example, if tomorrow there's some competitor who raise a ton of money and start spending on ads like crazy, right? It can increase our ad cost and our CAC. It has happened in the past, but it is not happening now. We have advantage because those people are not able to raise money. Some of them have gone bankrupt also. Now it is good for us because we never had those kind of marketing practices. So but that is a threat that if some competitor raise a ton of money, sitting on a war chest, spending money like crazy, don't care about CAC at all, whereas we are worrying about CAC, that can impact us. But honestly, that did not happen. We thought that can happen, but we had very large unicorn companies which tried to enter our market. I will not take names, but that happened and they were not able to disrupt us. So, I mean, I'm not saying it is never possible. It's possible if they have a different execution plan, somebody may be able to do it. What
Yeah.
else disrupt us? I mean, I think I think we can disrupt ourselves. That is the biggest danger, that we get distracted, go down the wrong track. All of that is always a big danger. Otherwise, I really don't see any, imminent or medium-term threat of anything as such. AGI for sure. If there is AGI, then that can impact us.
Okay. So the next question I'll take now. Is it difficult for you to hire quality talent as we are a relatively small company?
So yeah, so this used to be a problem. This used to be a huge problem, but because we started hiring remotely, this did not remain a problem. If you look at the quality of people we are able to hire, imagine we are able to hire judges who have been judges and now they have, for some reason, taken voluntary retirement, but they want to live with their husband in some cantonment city where there is no job. So now we can hire them. We have more than one person like that. And this is not just one. I mean, we have very phenomenal people. We would never be able to hire them, but we are able to hire them because we hire remotely. So because that is why we are remote. We are able to hire wonderful people because we hire remotely. I can tell you our Facebook marketer lives in a small town in Turkey. Our US accounting course anchor lives in Italy. Her husband works in Porsche. She lives in a small town in Italy. Now imagine in Italy, your option is either to, be a waiter at the local restaurant or work in a shop, or you can work remotely with companies like us. Which one will you choose? Right? Because there are no local jobs of her skill set. Right? So there are such talented people. We are specialized in finding such people around the world and hiring them.
Okay. One question is looking at the revenue from operations, can you share more granular details like courses, referral fees, other fees, etc.? Margins will also be helpful if you can share. Thanks for the time and allowing us to share in your efforts. Yeah,
I don't
she wants some granular details. Yeah,
kind of
on a
granular.
broad level.
I don't know how to answer this question.
So all our basically all our fees is course fees. The revenue is entirely course
Last
fees.
financial year, there was no revenue from anything other than post sales.
Course
We
fees.
don't recognize any revenue that is not.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. What is the team size? But anonymous attendee is asking.
What is our team size?
What is our team size?
600 plus. I mean, it keeps going up and down. Just now I saw some 3 people joined, but let's say last I checked was around 633.
Perfect.
And this is an addition of long-term consultants plus employees, all inclusive.
Consultants as well as employees. Consultants
Employees.
working full time, no part time. This does not include part time consultants.
Okay. So there is one participant called Sachet Singh. He is first of all congratulating for the progress, and then he is asking when and how do we plan to monetize the opportunities platform.
So no immediate plans to monetize opportunities platform, because what is our advantage there is that we want everybody to use it free of cost. We are even building an application tracking system for the employers so that they can come post and actually track their applications and all of that. So all of that we want to give it to for free until everybody we become the go-to place, everybody uses it a lot, then we'll think of some freemium model. But it is not in our plans right now. Eventually we'll see. I mean, we have enough levers to double our revenue next year. We don't have to look at all these.
Perfect. Then other question is, do we have any plans to have an offline or an omni-channel strategy in the near term?
Okay, that's a great question. We want to do it. We want to do offline, okay? But there's a problem with that. Problem is that we have no expertise in running offline centers. So we are looking at acquiring partners, acquiring businesses which have expertise in running offline businesses of education nature, right? So in some of the acquisitions we are talking to right now, there are such people who have spent 15 years building offline education. So if something like that, I mean, that's what would be our method. I mean, otherwise we are not going offline. Rather, we will sell in the US, in UK, launch more courses there. That's build more sales team. So that will be our strategy to grow. Offline is great, but its cost, it is number one. It is very cost intensive, and we'll probably have to raise more money. If we do that, we don't mind, but at least initial experiments you would like to do it along with some experienced partners who have offline space experience. So before that we are not doing. So if we find some right partner, we'll do it.
Perfect. Another question from Mr. Rajesh Swaminathan. He is asking any insights on the traffic on our website. And second question by him is, there is a jump in the depreciation and amortization. Any information on that?
So traffic, I mean, I don't know what to say about traffic. I mean, I don't think there is any intelligible data. I keep looking at the traffic out of habit every day, but it is not something that tells any interesting story about the business, to be honest. And
The second question.
by the way, we have a lot of blogs on our platforms, right? So those blogs get a lot of traffic because people are searching for those topics. I end up on our blog. Some are ending up on our course pages. We need to hire an SEO team which will dedicatedly work on SEO. We don't have it yet, which is a miss. We'll work on it. We're trying to hire a good team to do SEO. But we have done some SEO on our own end. We are also not very bad at it, but we are going to have a dedicated team working on it going forward.
I'll answer the second question.
Yes, Siddhant, yeah.
Yeah. So the second question, like we had built a lot of intangible assets, like what Raman said on content development, on community engagement, community development, and a lot of tech plays. So that is the value which is getting amortized, which we have told that we will do it over a period of 60 months. So that amortized value, which has a treatment this year, is what is being reflected in that. So
Okay.
which I think during the presentation, Raman had explained.
Perfect. There is a question from Mr. Jitendra Agarwal. He is asking what competition does differently than you and why you can't do that.
We have no competition. We're like monopoly in our markets. Who is our competition? Please tell me.
So well answered. Then one question is from Mr. Lavkesh Thakur. What is the nature of competitive intensity as far as EdTech for law is concerned? So you have already answered this. Are we dominant player in this market? Again, you have answered this. And how hard it will be for
The
others?
next player is not even like what? Like not even 1/20th of a size.
So the last part, Ramanuj, of his question, how hard it will be for others to do what we are doing in law?
Apparently very hard because you had unicorns who tried to get into our mainstay legal edtech market, right? So upskilling market. And none of them succeeded. Even not one, multiple ones. Like, you think of any big unicorn today, they all tried to get into law. And none of them succeeded. Some of them spent crores of rupees. There was one competitor which raised 50 crore. They were existing before we did, right? And they also lost to us. So we have survived and they didn't. That 50 crore company went bankrupt. I don't want to take names, but you can easily Google and find out. If you are a smart investor, you'll find out which companies tried to get into law. Just go and ask any law student or lawyer which companies ran a lot of ads on your platform, right? And they have stopped now. They're not running ads anymore. They'll tell you. But the point is that a lot of people have tried. It's not like we are a monopoly because nobody realized, oh, law is such an amazing market and left it alone for us, right? It's not like that.
Perfect.
We had
So we will be
Thomson Reuters. This I'm happy to say. Thomson Reuters entered this market, left in 2 years. Completely shut down. Yep, please.
Yeah, Ramanuj. So, I mean, in the interest of time, we are on 5:57 and this call was supposed to be till 6. So I'll just take two more questions, one from the Q&A and one from the chat section as well. So one question from Sahil Sharma, he is asking, we had a clarification in our financial result on the amortization of content cost over 5 years. Can you please explain what is this change in accounting and why we did it and its impact on the P&L?
I was expecting this question earlier, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why it took this. Yeah, it came at last, but I took this for the benefit of everybody.
So, see, I will tell you what is the accounting policy change and why it was necessary. So, 12 months in a year. Now, out of that first 3 quarters, up to 9 months, we had spent 10 crore on our, like 5 crore in 2 quarters we spent on our new course development. Then after the IPO in the last 1 quarter, not even like 2.5 months, up 3 months, you can say for benefit of doubt, we spent 10 crore rupees. So our auditor was uncomfortable that if you follow basically what is happening that according to the accounting standards, you have to amortize any kind of such expenditure from the time you actually put it to use, not before you put it to use. So this 10 crore, if I start apportion it over the whole year. So what we changed? We changed that 5 years. From 5 years, we said, no, it's not 5 years, 60 months. So month on month, we calculated, right? See, I had one simple choice. I could either say that, let's not start all this extensive course development in the last quarter, let the profit be booked, and then next year you start all this course development. Now that I started those course development, it was unfair if we apportioned it for the whole year, the last 2 months cost. So this is a better accounting practice which reflects the reality more closely. That is the only purpose.
Perfect, Ramanuj. So I'll take the last question now from the chat window.
For example, I'll tell you, like,
Yeah,
you know,
please
I
continue.
also just wanted to say it. So the principal intangible asset is like this. So if I spend all the money, let's say on the last day of the year, okay, and then I claim it for the whole year, it is not appropriate. That's the reason this required this change. I hope that answers that question clearly.
Yeah, you have been very candid on this, Ramanuj. One last question I will take now from the chat window. What has been our key hires post IPO? Any prospective hires in the senior team which we'll see joining the company, and which areas you are looking to hire?
Somebody saying they are selling normal courses, you are selling legal. First of all, you have complete misconception about our company. Number one, they were also trying to sell legal courses. They succeeded. We succeeded. They failed and they left our market. Number one. Number two, we are not selling only legal courses. This year, what? Like 40% of our revenue or 50% of our revenue will be law. The rest 50-60% is non-law. Okay. So yes, your question was about good hirings, right? So we have had somebody join us in our product-led team that I'm very excited about, a product-led growth team. We had somebody who joined us in our auto funnel team. I don't want to take names because they are still, you know, they have really recently joined, and I don't want them to get into trouble with their previous people because they still are supposed to get some, you know, shares and all those ESOPs and all of that. So, but yes, really excited about the recent hires. We have Pratul with us. Pratul just joined from Physics Wala about a month back, and he is handling our investor relations. So you guys will have a chance to probably interact with him. He used to do M&A and investor relations at Physics Wala.
Hey, hi, hello everyone.
Thanks. So, Ramanuj, I will thank everybody now on the call for being so patient. And for the final comments, I would request again Ramanuj for a minute to give your final comment. Before that, Pratul, if you can please share your email ID, any email ID of the company on the chat window, so that many questions were unanswered. So we will help
Sure.
collate them and try to reach out to them and answer them, right? So that please share that on the chat. And Ramanuj would request you to give your closing comments, and then we will wind it up.
Yeah. So my closing comment will be this, that I really thank all of you that you have chosen to support a very young and new company, newcomer in the market like us. We are still learning, so if we make any mistakes, do forgive us. I honestly don't understand why our share price rapidly goes up and down every week, but we will do our best to keep it up. And you know, we can't control the price, but at least our performance will be up, right? As a company, it's really going up, 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 up. We are very, very positive about the way things are shaping up. Honestly, doing the IPO has been a very good decision. The kind of strength we have got after we raised the money and the kind of difference we are seeing in our business is really truly fantastic. And the team is also very charged up. A lot of great things ahead of us. Stay with us for the journey and look forward to interacting with you soon again.
Thank you, Ramanuj and the team. And once again, very, very sorry for not being able to take all the questions. But you please share us on the email ID shared by Pratul. We'll be very happy to answer all the questions in a day or two. Thank you once again, all of you.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.